Hello, boys and girls. Do you like reading a good book? I love reading to my friends. Today, I'm going to read ABC, STEM and Me, an alphabet book on STEM careers by me. I am the author, the person who wrote the book. And the illustrator, the person who created the pictures, is Kayla Seabridge. That's me right there, and that's Kayla. I wrote this book for my niece, and that's her picture right there. I love reading to friends, and so I brought some friends of mine so I could read to. Do you have friends you like to read to? Let's get started. A is for astronauts. Traveling in spaceships and walking on the moon are just a few cool activities that astronauts do. Have you ever been to the Air and Space Museum? Have you ever dreamed of flying up in space in a rocket ship or walking on the moon? B is for Biochemical Engineer. Mixing up liquids to invent new things for humans, animals, and plants is every biochemical engineer's dream. Have you ever mixed liquids such as different colors of paint or ketchup and mustard to create a new color or a different flavor? C is for computer scientists. Creating animation for movies and designing computers are just a couple of jobs computer scientists can do. Have you ever asked yourself, how was that character in the movie able to do all of those tricks? D is for draft and design engineer. Using math to design and draw pictures that become real life structures is the job of a draft and design engineer. Can you recall a picture that you have drawn or something in art that you have built, like a bridge or a castle? E is for electrical engineer. Testing and designing electrical devices are fun tasks to do for an electrical engineer who thinks her job is really cool. What cool job does your mom, dad, or close family member have? What do you want to be when you grow up? F is for forensic scientist. Investigating crimes and collecting items to solve mysteries is the primary job of a forensic scientist. Have you ever helped mom or dad solve a mystery? Maybe grandma? Maybe you were able to solve the mystery of the missing car keys. Parents are always losing their keys. G is for geographer. Studying the Earth and its various regions and resources are fantastic things indeed. And that is exactly what geographers tend to achieve. Have you traveled by plane to another state or country? If no, where would you go if you could fly to any destination? 8 is for horticulturist. Working hard to grow and develop flowers, fruits, and plants are just some of the important work accomplished by a horticulturist. Do you have a garden in your backyard? Have you ever grown a lima bean or a flower? I is for information security specialist. Keeping information safe and protecting identities are just two of the key responsibilities of an information security specialist. Do you own something special that you want to keep safe? Do you have little brothers and sisters that you have to hide things from? That would be a great job for you as an information security specialist if you're good at hiding things. J is for jet engine mechanic. Working on huge jets and planes, making sure they fly safely is the main job of a jet engine mechanic. Have you ever seen a plane take off or land at the airport? What makes a plane stay up in the air? K is for kinesiologist. Studying human movement is a super job indeed. Helping others feel better makes a kinesiologist really pleased. How many ways can you move your body when you exercise? Some of us are gymnasts. Who else can move their body? Let me think. Can you tumble? Can you do flips? Well, you're probably on your way to being a kinesiologist. L is for loan officer. Lending money and protecting money are not the easiest things to manage, but at a bank, that is exactly what a loan officer must do. Have you ever visited a bank with your parents? Did you see cool coins or bills? Do you have a piggy bank or a savings account at home? M is for meteorologist. Forecasting the weather to determine if it will be hot or cold outside is a very exciting job for a meteorologist. What is the weather outside today? N is for nurse. Taking care of sick patients by providing medicine and taking temperatures is an important task nurses accomplish every day. Where is the nearest community hospital in your community? O is for ophthalmologist. Keeping the eyes healthy and safe from harm is the primary responsibility of an ophthalmologist. What type of medical tools would you see at the doctor's office? P is for paleontologist. Digging in the ground to find prehistoric plant and animal fossils to study are all in a day's work of a paleontologist. Have you ever discovered something interesting in the dirt or sand? I like to look for worms in the dirt myself. Q is for quantum physicist. Studying tiny building blocks known as atomic and subatomic particles that create all of the things in the world and in space is just one of the topics that a quantum physicist explores each day. Do you have a set of building blocks or Legos? If yes, are your blocks made of wood or plastic or another material? R is for a robotics engineer. Designing machines to do all the things that people can do, also known as artificial intelligence, is one way to describe the work of a robotics engineer. If you could design a robot, what key features would it have? It's for statistician. Finding useful information from a set of numbers best describes the work of a statistician. Have you ever used a graph to chart the different characters about your favorite treat? T is for transportation engineer. Checking the volume of traffic on a highway, road, or street is just one of the tasks of a transportation engineer. What is the name of a major highway or road in your community? U is for ultrasound technician. Using a neat machine to observe and photograph inside the body is the primary focus of an ultrasound technician. What possible observations would you make at a hospital? V is for video game developer. Designing and playing new games that will appeal to the young and old is an ideal job for a video game developer. What video games have you played on a digital device? W is for water researcher. Collecting samples of water from streams, rivers, lakes, and oceans keep water researchers quite busy. What is the nearest body of water in your community? X is for X-ray technician. Using a machine to take pictures of bones, muscles, and tissue in the body is an exciting job for an X-ray technician. Do you know how many bones are in the human body? Y is for yield loss inspector. Assisting farmers who have lost their crops to drought, turbulent weather, or a bug infestation is the primary purpose of a yield loss inspector. What farm food is available for purchase at your local grocery store? Z is for zoologist. Studying animals and their habitats is not an easy task to do. Unless you are a zoologist, then it is the right career for you. What would you expect to see while visiting the zoo? How did you like that story? It was a story about careers, and I know there's one in there for you, and many of you probably are more than one. I'm sure you guys have tested water out. I'm sure you probably have visited places or want to go places. I cannot wait to see and hear all the cool things that you will become. Thank you.